respond on certain things. So I was just wondering, Chair, if it is possible to ask for that, but if not, with what he has said, I will respond. But from me, where I'm sitting, I was saying in all fairness, we were supposed to have a witness testifying, complete his testimony, then respond. Then I can respond everything in total.
Thank you, General. What you say makes perfect sense, and under normal circumstances, that would have been our preference as well. But right now we have no extension, and the Commission is supposed to finalize its investigation by the 17th of March. So we have reached a stage where we have serious scheduling issues. For example, some witnesses taking ill, other witnesses requesting postponements, which we have granted. So we are running into serious scheduling problems. So for that reason, we have opted that we proceed with your testimony. To the extent that issues may arise around witness F testifying or finalizing his testimony after you, we will do everything possible to make sure that you will not be prejudiced. We will decide how to address that after his testimony, but we will do everything possible to make sure that you are not prejudiced. If we postpone now, it means we lose today and tomorrow, for example, because nothing else is scheduled.
Chair, we didn't want any postponement because I also want to see this matter behind my back, because I haven't been sleeping for months because of many platforms I'm involved in. Now, the only question is that, suppose I say now here that I turned left. Witness have come tomorrow and say, no, he turned right.
Yes.
And I put the following reasons, for reasons unknown to me, to the witness F himself. I don't know who's working with, who's dealing with, but witness F says, no, this is what happened, 1, 2, 3. Everything in the negative towards what I have already testified on. The evidence leader says to me, can I ask you to sign? Then I'm going to sign and commit to this version. It's going to come and tweak my version or the version of what happens, because mostly we're dealing also with misinformation, disinformation, misleading. And the next thing, I'm going to run into a situation where I say, this is how something happened. Then somebody says, no, witness F, and then it goes out viral and says, no, witness F is really negating everything what General Sibia is saying. Now I'm prejudiced, even if the judge, even if the chair and the commissioners do not intend to prejudice me, but the bottom line is, we are dealing with a man who must still commit himself to his version. And already there were certain points that were highlighted as not being truthful or not. Now, we're banking on something that is not truthful at this point in time. And now I'm going to be asked questions on that. I'm going to focus on that and be responding on that. Whereas at the ultimate end, he comes again, shift, change. I don't know who you consult with. So all I'm saying is that, with respect, Chair, I still believe that we could go, because witness F is the very last witness in any event. There are many people who testified that where we could actually go with all those people that testify. Witness F is one of the last that we could be starting with him. So I'm saying, I don't think we can lose a day if we are to focus on everything that we have, that we've heard about General Sibia. Witness F just came yesterday. So we can put witness F aside, let him come testify, and then we run on what we have. Because there's witness C. Why can't we start with witness C? Because witness C is the first one who spoke. And the witness C implicated me the same way. So I'm asking, in all fairness, let's start where it started, from the beginning.
General, on what we have read, there's quite a substantial portion of evidence that relates to witness F and on which you must be engaged. For that to be halted when you are already in the witness stand and only to be dealt with at a later stage, that will be quite disruptive in terms of the flow of the testimony. So yes, Ms. Hassan.
Chair, if I may add to that, to say that the way in which I have prepared the evidence is thematically. So it cross-cuts over different parts of the evidence, including witness C and witness F, in the same theme. So it wouldn't make sense to go through witness by witness who's come before, because it's not a sensible way of approaching the evidence. So I propose that we continue as planned. And just to add that we have provided the witness with the WhatsApp chats in advance and the statement of witness F, the full statement, even though he hasn't gotten to the end of it yet, and the transcripts as far as they go.
Thank you. Ms. Killian, do you wish to say anything?
Chair, thank you. I think the proposal by the Chair that we continue and see how much we can do today, make a decision about continuation tomorrow, is something that we all should bear in mind when we approach this matter. The WhatsApps of witness F has been made available. We've had an opportunity to consult on that, and we have a version.
Yes.
I think we can get very far with that approach.
Yes. Thank you. General, if there must be a ruling, the ruling is that we will continue with what's before us in the manner in which the evidence leader, Ms. Hassim, has structured her questioning, and indeed in accordance with what the commissioners may also wish to raise with you, whatever that may touch on. That's the ruling.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. If we can begin then, General. I want to start with your relationship with Mr. Matlala. In the ad hoc committee, in the ad hoc committee in Parliament, in your written statement and in your oral evidence, you said that you met Mr. Matlala for the first time in February 2024. In the statement before this commission, you say you met him sometime in January. Why did you change your statement in this commission?
Chair, I met Mr. Matlala for the first time when he came to the office with his lawyer, Mr. Matlala. Now, as far as I'm concerned, there's a date because the letter wrote a letter. I mean, the lawyer wrote a letter that I had responded to and said, please do come then to the office rather than meeting somewhere on the side. Because it was a call. And then I said, no, let it be official. Let your lawyer write the letter and come to the office. Meet me official in the office.
Yes, my question is, why the difference in the dates? In one sworn statement, you say February, and in the other, January. I'm just trying to understand what changed.
I don't even want to refer it as a typo. It's something that I know, because even there in Parliament, I said I met him for the first time when he came to see me in relation to the same issue that I'm talking about. So whether maybe I could have said February, or maybe at that point in time I didn't have that in front of me, but the first time I met Mr. Matlala is when he came to the office.
So your current version is it was January 2024?
As per the letter and the dates that I have in the file.
Okay. And what do you say Mr. Matlala came to see you about?
Mr. Matlala was awarded a tender by the South African Police Service to provide the Medicare 24 tender. And then he is expected to use the they call it medical facility, the hospital facility in the colleges. In other words, when a student falls ill or whatever the student may need is in-house on site. Now he says, I've been awarded this tender, but I also have a lease agreement where Public Works allows me to go in there and occupy the space, because according to the lease agreement I have with Public Works, I am the lawful occupier of this property.
On the tender, you say the Medicare 24 tender. Which tender specifically are you speaking about?
I don't know of any other tender other than the Medi 24.
Is that the tender to provide medical services to trainees and to members?
That's what I know so far.
But that tender was only awarded in June 2024. So if that's the tender you're referring to, it couldn't be that he was talking to you about it in January 2024. It was only awarded to him in June 24.
Yes, and it doesn't change anything to what I'm saying, because if it was awarded in June 2024, and he says, I've been awarded this tender, but I'm not being allowed to use the premises or the facility. Now, if he comes at a later stage, because all I can say, whether when it was awarded or not, when it was not awarded, it's not where I fit in. All I'm saying is that I met him for the first time on the date he came to see me.
Yes, but you said that I asked you what did he come to see you about? And you said it was to discuss the problem that he was having with this tender, because he couldn't fulfill the tender properly unless he had access to those premises that you're referring to. And you said it was a Medicare 24 tender, and that this was January 2024. I'm saying he couldn't have discussed that with you in January 2024 because he was only awarded that tender in June 2024. Yes. If he came to speak to you about that tender, he was talking to you at a time that was actually quite a sensitive time in the procurement process because he hadn't yet received the tender. How did he know he had it?
I don't agree. Let's go to the document itself and read from the letter of the lawyer, and that because he had that tender, it's attached. It's attached in the documents. We have it.
That's why I'm trying to establish with you which tender. Was it something else that he had?
All I'm asking, Chair, let's go to the document because we have it.
Sure. Can you take us there?
Because he was in the presence of his lawyer. So there's no way that he couldn't have had it. He had it already. It is there.
That's fine. You could take us to the document and we can...
General Sibia, in paragraph 163 of your statement on page 53, you say, during or about January 2024, when I was acting National Commissioner, Matlala set up an appointment to visit me at my office with his attorneys. And then you say on his visit, he was indeed accompanied by the attorney. Matlala complained that he had been awarded a tender but was not allowed to use the facility. But the problem is in this section of your affidavit, you don't refer to any annexure. So you just say what you say, but you don't refer to any annexure or any attachment. So
we have it. Can we get it, please? We do have it, and Chair, as far as I'm concerned...
Ms. Killian, do you have an idea what the document the General is referring to is?
It's not attached to the statement, but it is in possession of us as well as the witness.
Yes. May we have a copy then, because according to Ms. Killian, it has not been shared with the commission. And what exactly is that document, General? What's the nature?
Chair, he attaches the tender
Or the
itself.
tender itself?
And then he attaches the lease agreement with Public Works, to which
The 360 million.
That is correct, Chair.
All right.
to which the Public Works just recently cancelled that lease agreement, but he came in possession of that lease agreement. So in the document that I'm going to provide is a lawyer's letter that refers this whole thing, including the May 24 tender, including the lease agreement that he brought to the office. We have it.
That's fine, General. If you could provide us with that, it would help to shed some light on it.
Perhaps do you want to look for it over the tea break, General?
Yes, Chair. I have it here. I think you must be. I have other files in the room. I think we'll get it.
Let's continue, Mr.
Okay, thank you. So, in January 2024, when you first met Mr. Matlala, were you not aware that there were serious allegations of corruption against Mr. Matlala? Corruption within the SAPS?
Yes, there were no any allegations against Mr. Matlala.
No, there were allegations. There were allegations because this is January 2024. And the allegations against him arose in the context of the Tembisa Hospital scandal. And you recall that issue, that problem?
I didn't follow that matter much because, as far as I'm concerned, it wasn't saying Mr. Matlala is involved in 1, 2, 3 because Mr. Matlala was a service provider to the South African Police Service and he participated actively in the activities of the South African Police Service at the college. In other words, when there is a police day or whatever events that is taking place in the police, when we go to the stadium where there are a lot of police and then you find that there are gazebos of different service providers, each and everyone giving their own expertise of what they're dealing with their business. May 24 will also be there. And they will all go with Minister, National Commissioner, everybody meeting each and every one of them, including him. His wife, you find that they are doing the blood pressures there, testing sugar. And then this one will tell you about our insurance, our policy. This one.
Let me pause you.
I'm just showing how they were all participating there.
Let me pause you. I accept that he was a service provider within the SAPS and that he remained a service provider for some time. But what I'm asking you in your position is about allegations against him of corruption and his involvement in particular in the Tembisa Hospital scandal. And the reason I ask you that is because there was media coverage of his involvement in that scandal and in the blue lights, illegal use of blue lights within the city of Johannesburg, Ekurhuleni, and in Johannesburg. So that was as early as February 2023, that media coverage. And I link it to the scandal, the Tembisa Hospital scandal, for this reason, because it wasn't a minor story in the news. It was attracting a lot of public attention, that scandal, because of the assassination of a whistleblower, Babita Deokaran. And it was, which was in 2021. Do you recall that?
No, I don't. I only know about the murder of Ms. Dokram, and I remember I was not in the police at that time. I was in the city of Joburg.
Now, I accept that, but you didn't have to be in the police to hear about it because it was streaming news at the time. And it was, in fact, so significant that President Ramaphosa himself commented in August 2021 about that incident and specifically, spoke to it publicly, saying that we must not allow the perpetrators to go unpunished in that case. So it was a massive story. It wasn't a small issue.
If you remember very well, people were arrested those that were said to be involved, they were arrested.
Yes, that's correct. The hitmen were arrested. And what the president was talking about was who ordered the hits. And what the media coverage was about was what was the motive behind it. So there was still an investigation, as it continues today, by the way, including by the SIU and the Hawks. You would know, I'm sure.
I don't know.
So you're not aware of the scandal, the Tembisa Hospital scandal, and the many, many media reports that implicated Mr. Matlala?
No. Because if Mr. Matlala was, let's say, the main player, or he was involved, to date he's not arrested. To date, he's not arrested. And above all, my employer, who did due diligence, gave him a tender of 360 million. My employer's got intelligence. He's got connections with IDEC, with NPA, with everybody. My employer, who signed the final document that says he must be awarded this tender, knew I was not in the police. But if they gave him that tender and they worked well with him, even General Sintumula in her supplementary said, Mr. Matlala, nobody knew about his involvement.
I'm asking about what you knew. You're saying this media coverage passed, as a top detective in this country, you've said, this passed you by. All of this media coverage.
Commissioners, I must indicate, yes. Thanks for saying as a top detective, I am one. But what is important to note is that if a case is resolved, is +1 in the bag, I don't run with it anymore because we run with current affairs. As another case comes, we run with, let's say for instance, that Tembisa story happened, but there are people arrested, the case is under control, there's no need to interject or to intervene. But then someone else somewhere in the country, big case happens, then we run with that case, we all go in there. I was at all material times where the National Commissioner was. I was with him at all material times. So whatever that is happening somewhere and there were arrests, it's no longer a subject of us having to intervene and getting involved in it.
So you're saying that the matter was resolved because the actual hitmen were arrested, and therefore it was resolved. There was no need to do any further investigation as to who ordered the hit, because that was the issue.
You are very wrong in saying that, because I've never said that.
So it wasn't a closed issue then. It remained under. Are you aware that the SIU and the Hawks are investigating?
I wasn't aware, and it wasn't for me to make any such follow-up, because then the question would be, what was my interest to follow up in those things?
I'm not asking if you followed up. I'm asking about your knowledge of it, because I'm asking for this reason, and of course these were allegations, but if you are aware that other law enforcement arms and the SAPS itself is investigating an individual, would you not be circumspect in your relationship with that individual?
One thing that you must remember how the police work is that what IDEC investigate, I don't know, not even the National Commissioner is aware of. What SIU works on and what they're handling, I won't know.
The whole country knew.
The whole country doesn't know what they're investigating. They will know 1, 2, 3 because maybe it was in the public space. But that what is authorized in terms of the proclamation by the president to the SIU, I won't know from where I'm sitting, even if I'm the top cop. There are cases that might be involving me. I won't know about them. So all I'm saying, Chairs, is that I cannot be expected to know what is happening in the IDEC or in the SIU. Yes. I won't know.
Yes, I'm not asking you about the details of the investigations of the SIU or anyone else. It's a very simple point. It's that the whole country knew the name Mr. Matlala, and that he was linked, one, to the illegal use of blue lights, and this was known from at least 2023, February 2023, because it was in the media. And the second thing that was known was that he was implicated in the Tembisa hospital scandal. So there were allegations, he was under investigation. And what I'm probing with you is, how is it that you, as the top detective in the country, were not aware that he was implicated?
I think let's start here. How is it that the South African Police Service got to give him a tender, award him a tender of that amount of money?
I accept that. Let me stop you, because...
Ms. Hazim, maybe unduly curtailing your questioning, but we do not seem to be making headway. Do you... Let us decide what we want to do about this issue, and don't you want to move on, perhaps?
I'll take that, Chair.
Yes.
The point I'm making is that as someone in your position, you should have been aware of who Mr. Matlala was at that time. But I heard your response that you were not.
Comment, General, if you want to.
No, it's an unreasonable question. It's an unfair question because I'm not expected to know every case that happens in the country. And also, in particular, if it is not investigated by the detectives. If it is from outside, I won't know the details of that case. Let's say the blue light issue I never saw myself, and quite honestly speaking, and I didn't know the intricacies involved within that blue light issue of Ekurhuleni. So I didn't know. And then I cannot be expected or ask a question as to what it was widely known or publicized. I didn't know.
Thank you.
Sorry, Ms. Hassan, before you proceed, Morning General,
Morning.
just to clarify something for me, you said earlier on that when there would be SAPS events, service providers would be called, and Mr. Matlala's company, Medicare, also had a stand. Is this before or after the award of the Medicare contract, what you are describing, his presence?
After the award.
Okay.
Including even being approached as a sponsor.
Yes.
And
No,
he did sponsor as well.
Thank you. You've clarified. Thank you.
Thank you. So, General, you said your relationship began in January 2024, but it wasn't confined to just that meeting in January 2024, correct?
Let's fix it. Let's not say your relationship, because it was not a relationship. We met as a person who came to complain.
Right. And how many times after January 2024 did you interact with Mr. Matlala?
I can't say how many times, but I know where I'm sitting. I've met Mr. Matlala less than 5 times in my whole life.
Less than 5 times?
I'm saying
physically?
so. Yes.
And not physical meetings, but other communication?
Communications, if I have spoken to Mr. Matlala on the phone, I think it will be less than 3 times. I wasn't really interacting with Matlala. I never was used to talk to him regularly. It's not a kind of a person I was talking to.
Okay, so there might be an explanation for that, and witness F testified about this. If I could just take you to what he said, and it's his transcript from 4 February.
Which file, Ms. Hassan?
I'll tell you in a moment, Commissioner.
The transcript's in 10A.
It's 10A. The 4 February transcript starts at page 219. And 219, and the page I'd like you to go to is page 230.
I'm not sure if I'm at the right page, but it says start witness F. I would not know, Commissioner.
That's the correct
All right.
page. So the line is, well, just for context, let me say, this is when witness F says that he had also arrived at your office at that meeting with Mr. Matlala. And if you go to line 20, witness F says, on my arrival to General Sabia's office, I delivered Mr. Matlala. Then General Sabia said to me, because most of the times his phone is off or silent, he might be in the meetings or parliament. Does Mr. Kat Matlala mind to communicate with him via me if he does not have a problem with that, for in case or when he does not find him on his phone? And he goes on to say he didn't have any problem with that. Do you see that?
Yes, I see.
And
Can I comment on it?
yes, just before you comment on it, and I want to take you to one other reference. It's on the same.
Ms. Hassim, our experience is that the General has said he prefers to comment as and when an issue is touched on, because it derails him if several issues are touched on and then he's
Yes.
required to comment right at the end. Perhaps let's let the General comment now.
Thanks, Chair. It's the same issue.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's not a different issue.
Yes.
But maybe I can just, instead of taking time going to the page of the transcript, if I can just say what it is. It's the same issue.
Yeah.
And if you can respond to both at the same time, because it's about the communications between you and Mr. Matlala via witness F. And what witness F said in response to this question by Advocate Chaskilson, who asked how frequent was it for Mr. Matlala and General Sabia to meet. Witness F said, I would not know exactly, but I would know that Mr. Matlala would send me messages vis-a-vis General Sabia would send messages that tell Kat or Kat tell General Sabia, meaning he was passing messages between what he says is Kat, Mr. Matlala. He says messages between Kat to you, and you would say pass a message to Kat. So those are the two parts of the evidence. Same issue, that witness F is the go-between between you and Mr. Matlala. You can comment on that now.
Now, my office is structured. I've got administration, I've got a messenger, I've got a PA, I've got a staff officer. And when there is someone down there and they call, one of them will be the one to go and fetch Mr. Matlala, of which that was the case. He was fetched by one of the ladies in the office. Immediately after the meeting, they went and they took him out, but he went to a certain brigadier. I don't know which brigadier, because apparently there's Brigadier Glenda Bukaba, and there is also Brigadier, the lady who was testifying. I don't know where she's based, but they say, my PA says, no, I went to fetch him, then I took him, after the meeting, I took him there. So what Mr. Matlala, what Mr. or Witness F is saying, I don't agree with it, because remember, Witness F is not an administrator, it's an operational member. It's not sitting in office waiting to be called to confess someone. It's mostly not even in the office. Now, bearing in mind at the back of our mind the relationship between Mr. Matlala and Witness F, should it happen that Mr. Matlala contacted Witness F and say, I will be coming to see General Sibia, will you be in the office and everything? That's their discussion. But from where I'm sitting, one thing that I want these commissioners to know is that I was a very active head of detective, going with the national commissioner, engaging in meetings with the national commissioner and other senior officials, wherever they were on a daily basis, in such a way. The point I'm trying to drive home is that my office was running as professional as possible, not friendship and Matlala is coming, go fetch Matlala for me there, no. When they came and then they go to the security reports and say, there is Mr. So-and-so here, one of the ladies will, and then they will ask me and say, are you aware, are you waiting for so and so and so? So I say, yes, and they say, okay, we're going to fetch him down there. And that's what happened.
So now I accept that. I'm asking about your continued interaction with Mr. Matlala. Is that he would pass messages between you and Mr. Matlala? That's the aspect that I'm probing.
If he shows you those messages, I will be happy to say these are the messages that I was passing between me and Mr. Matlala. I know in some instances he did say, okay, this is what I received, this is what I forwarded, or this is what I said, I received this is what I said. But I can safely say I would not pass messages to witness F and say, like on a day like that one where he's to be fetched from there to come and see me. So there was no frequent communication with Mr. Matlala. It would happen where we did speak. It happened because I made it a point not to be too close to him because I wasn't it was the beginning of knowing him as well.
Okay.
Just to make sure I understand, General. So are you saying that it is not true that in December 2024, you called witness 23 or 24 December 2023. You called witness F to your office and asked him to fetch someone who was downstairs. Are you saying that did not happen?
That did not happen. And my secretary, my PA can come actually attest to that.
And so you deny that that person was Mr. Matlala, obviously, if you say you never made the request to witness F.
Yes.
And you also deny that you then asked witness F to be the go-between you and Mr. Matlala. You never made any such request to witness F.
I never made any such request for him to be the go-in-between.
Yes.
Whilst I'm not denying the fact that sometimes I might have communicated something where you find that it is between me and either with Mr. Matlala, it will happen.
All right. No, I just wanted to make sure so that I in my mind, I don't proceed on the basis of what appeared to be a general point that you were making. I wanted to be sure of the specifics. Thank you, General.
Thank you, General.
Can I just clarify something? General, still on that page, was there an occasion when you met Mr. Matlala for the first time that you, witness F, and Mr. Matlala were in your office at the same time, all three of you?
Not at all.
So when witness F says, on my arrival to General Sibiya's office, I delivered Mr. Matlala, then General Sibiya said to me, I'm reading from line 20, on 2:30. That never happened.
That never happened.
He's not being truthful when he says the three of you were in the office together and you gave him this instruction.
From where I'm sitting, I say that never happened, Chair.
Thank you.
General, you say that your office is structured, you have a PA and you have all of those people. They are the ones that would welcome your visitors or bring your visitors. With that, are you saying there's never been any circumstance where witness F has been involved with people coming or being brought to your office? Do you make that kind of a general statement? It's never happened.
Where witness F to go fetch someone for me?
Yes.
No.
Or would bring someone to you?
No, witness F was never in my office, was not working in my office.
Okay. Thank you.
Lastly, at least on this issue, so on the day that you admit you actually met Mr. Matlala in connection with the contract, when he came to make a complaint or lodge a complaint with you, who brought him to your office? Do you remember?
My PA.
Thank you. Thanks, Ms. Hassan.
Thank you. Well, let's go through some of those interactions then. I just want to begin with this topic that you've already touched on, and it's that of impalas that were delivered to your home. Do you recall impalas being delivered to your home?
I've never had impalas delivered to my home.
Have you had impalas being delivered to any of your properties?
I have had, when I bought my property 9 years ago, Chair, when I bought my property 9 years ago, the previous owner, who was my next door neighbor, who said to me, I would love to have my kids next to me, and would you mind if I buy you out? I said, in any event, I want actually a plot because I like the farm life than this ones. So he says, okay, we agreed on an amount. Then he said to me, on a Sunday, he said, can you and your wife come, let me go show you something that I have. He has. And he took us there, and I saw a nice plot with animals. Those, it was the water bugs, different type of animals, emus. There were two, and there were sheep. He said, I'll leave this with you because they rounded in the price.
Where was this exactly?
In Mnandi, in Centurion, near Copperleaf.
And when was this exactly?
9 years ago, I was already fired by the police, and when they gave me money, I bought that place. That's what happened. Now, I procured that place, as I bought that place, purchased that place, what I found it with some animals in them. And I carried on with the animals, but let me not go deep. I'll explain as time goes on. But impalas were never delivered in my office, other than whatever that I bought myself, I was buying gradually, because I went and bought a whole number of other, I went and bought sheep, goats, and added with some of the, I think I bought something like 4 or 6 impalas at that time. They were bought by my gardener at that time was a guy who used to work for me, and then he was a Zimbabwean. The police will know about him in Oliver and Old Bosch. Will know about that guy because at some point he fought with his girlfriend, and then they were looking for him. He ran away. But at that time he was my gardener at that time. He was the one taking my kids to school as well, and then he was a driver as well. So whatever that I needed, I sent him around. So that is what happened. So I had a number of animals in the place.
Okay, but that was, you say, about 2017?
Yeah, 2017, 18 years.
Okay. All right, so let's go to the WhatsApp bundle. And I'd like to take you to the conversation on that begins at page 108. Is that file 7? I think that's file 7.
Page 1.
108.
Sorry, Chair. I want to ask something, and maybe to be advised by my legal team as well, by my senior counsel as well, because it looked like there were some discussions in relation to the this statement as it is unsigned at this present point in time. Whether it is not part of the discussions that was held that says maybe in terms of the admissibility of this or not, or if the council says no, it's not part, like General Sintumula's statement compliance. So there was those such small discussions that I want to check before I respond. I am about to respond. I just want to check if there's nothing that I should be waiting maybe to take legal advice on.
Ms. Gillian, I'm not sure that I follow the point that the general is raising, but can you please assist?
It can sound to General Sintamuli's affidavit. At the start of the evidence, it was placed on record where this unsigned affidavit or statement, as it is now, is in the files, and I think that's what he's referring to. It's already before you or not. He's trying to ascertain whether he could refer
That's
to it.
the general statement that Ms. Hassim referred to this morning.
That is what he is trying to locate.
Yes.
And why I'm asking, Chair, is because of once we begin to talk about General Sintumula's statement, it was more about the imbalance, and then I'm being asked now in the topic that discusses that. So I wanted to just check the exact position, but I don't have a problem to respond. I'll respond. I just wanted to clarify that.
General,
admitted in
the statement, intent of the statement, so no issue should arise. Statement before us, just like any other.
I'm sorry.
Yes, thank you.
okay. So we were looking at.
Are you at page 1 now, General?
I'm on my cards, Chair, so...
So,
the
General, those are the
level
files
is,
I
forgot.
File 7 of 10. File 7
Moving my
of 10.
safety belt.
Those are the three files that we'd be using the most. Looking at is the 21st of March 2021, and this is a conversation, for context, this is a WhatsApp conversation between witness F and Mr. Matlala, who saved on his phone on this chat as cat security. Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay, so on the 21st of March, if we pick it up from 6:47 a.m.
Ms. Hassim, the chats are actually numbered. If you look at the top, it's 1, then all the way down to 8. It's easier to find them if you refer to those chat numbers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chair. I'll do so.
Mr. Sim, maybe if I may add to that,